Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd do a pretty laxed flip through of a few months, maybe at least 6 months in my Hobonichi Weeks for 2022. So if you're interested in seeing that, please grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, relax and stick around. Thanks everyone. Alrighty, so before we get started, I did want to take one quick moment to thank you all so very much for taking the time to watch my video today. As always, I very much appreciate your time and hope you enjoy. If you do, I would really appreciate it if you let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and making sure you're subscribed. Alright, so before we get right into it, I thought I'd share with you once again the cover that I've selected for 2022. I think it's the Joanna Luis, I should really know by now, fabric cover by Liberty Fabrics, I think, from the 2022 line that I actually picked up off Amazon before I discovered that I can actually order it straight from Japan. Some of you have asked how thick my Hobonichi Weeks is now that we're mostly way through 2022. So here it is. I'm currently on the 41st week of 2022. I do heavily use my monthly spreads as well as the weeklies and not so much my notes pages, as you can see here. So just in case you're curious, that's where I am. I did want to do a quick flip through about the first few pages since I recently did a comparison between the 2022 Japanese versus the 2023 English weeks. So now would be a really good time to kind of summarize how I've been using some of the earlier spreads. So I believe this is typically called the year at a glance page, and so I had actually not used the 2021, 2023, and then the holiday list down below, which is now open in the English version. What I did try to utilize was the 2022, where I used my Zig Clean Color dot marker to mark the federal holidays because that's relevant to my job. Other than that, I'm moving on into, I guess, the future log section of the Hobonichi Weeks for 2022 that I used to track my cycle as well as birthdays of the ones I loved. I love that I was able to add birthdays as I progressed and met new people. But other than that, it's kind of difficult to fit multiple birthdays in one slot, but absolutely loved utilizing this spread for birthdays. I think it made me consciously prioritize including birthdays of the ones I love into my weekly spreads, my monthly spreads, as well as I think people really do appreciate when you remember them on their birthdays. So yeah. And that takes us into the monthlies. I'm just going to do a rather quick flip through without too much explanation, but I've definitely progressed with being able to utilize this for future planning as I went through the year. So I'm just going to show you that very quickly here. You can see where I was in my life based on how I utilize my monthly spreads. In January and I guess more so December of 2021, I was really into making my own DIY planner stickers using my Cricut machine. And then in January, February, I became addicted with Simply Gilded, so that you'll see that here, and my Sticky Club subscription. In February, March, I discovered these washi stickers on Amazon. And then moving forward, I started to utilize some of my washi tape, my grid washi tape, along with my brush pens, my calligraph pens to highlight my work trips. So things started to open up as society really opened up. So here you go. And then I started to travel a lot more for work, and that's what you'll see here. Started to go out to some more social events and things like that. Right, so that brings us into October. I think I just recently set up November, and this is kind of just to show you what it would look like if I did nothing. I'll take you into December, and then the following year, which I probably won't utilize. I'll probably switch into my 2023. So in the very beginning, I actually wanted to start off by showing you the back of my Hobonichi Weeks. I actually was so excited to use this planner that I started using it in November of 2021 in the back, where I drew inspiration from the front to create a partial weekly spread back here to journal a little bit, to create a task list and things like that. And then I finally officially moved in November into December of 2021 here. As you can see here, in the earlier months, I actually was drawing in the clouds and the weather, the page I was on for my assigned reading for school. Eventually, I discovered Zig Clean Color dot markers and experimented with creating a little cloud here, and the rest was history. You will also notice that I started off in this planner without any of the Hobonichi stencils, and then quickly discovered the Hobonichi Basic stencil, which is my absolute favorite, and that's what I've used ever since. This was one of my favorite Sticky Club Cube Pack subscription sticker sheets. Absolutely love the color scheme, that it went very well with my Simply Gilded washi and my Archer and Olive Calligraph brush pens. Same sticker sheet here. Some of those Amazon washi stickers here. This is when I actually subscribed for the vintage subscription and didn't love it. So I actually canceled since. I think definitely the Cube Pack is my vibes. I love to create spreads that make me and you guys smile, so I felt that the Cube Pack was definitely more along that line. The vintage was beautiful, just did not align with my smiley self. This one, I drew inspiration from these Sticky Club stickers here. That looks like a little postage stamp, and tried to make it look like a postcard. You'll notice that the days that or the weeks that I was a little bit more busy and like traveling into the office, going to class, I have a lot more blank space, which I actually really appreciate. I see a lot of YouTube videos where it's less cluttered than my spreads, but unfortunately, yeah, that's just how it works. This was the first time I had prepared a spread on the go, I think, from, I think it was Tennessee. And so that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to get out and start exploring again, spending time with friends for a little festivity dinner. This spread was also prepared on the go while I was staying in DC, so trying to keep it simple, but also following a theme of sunshine and summer fun. Playing around with some of my new fountain pens and ink here. Just also like stretching the boundary a little bit on my normal left to right major events in a day, and then right for productivity and task lists. Going right back to it though once I could. This marking my trip to Berlin for school. That was so much fun. All the great food that we had. Also in Paris. So you'll see that here, just marking that I took a trip to Paris. A quick stop. Reminding myself that I'm doing all of this travel for work and for school, and dedicating all this time to my career because I'm setting goals and hopefully crushing them. So giving myself